If you are watching this, TikTok is officially going to be shut down in the United States on January 19th. Now, before I start my rant, I want to thank every single one of you that has supported, called, and listened via TikTok. This project was created on TikTok and accounts for 1/3 of my entire audience. And personally, the community surrounding the account on this platform is my favorite. The past 2 years have been amazing, and there is so much more work to do with this account. So, before I start my speech about the US government, remember this number and call as much as you'd like. Now, we can speculate the many obvious reasons why the government would ban TikTok, but here are the facts. There are multiple companies originating in China that collect the same, if not more, user data that TikTok does, and they are not getting banned, some of which are older than TikTok itself. Companies, including direct competitors of TikTok, have lobbied for this ban, lobbying being the legal action of corruption in the United States. In 2023, TikTok started Project Texas, which aimed to move all U.S. user data onto U.S. soil and managed by American company Oracle. 170 million users in the United States alone use this app. Millions of small businesses and creators rely on this app for financial income. TikTok's algorithm is top-notch. So much so, most other apps have tried to recreate TikTok's For You page in the form of Reels and Shorts, and honestly, poorly so. TikTok has a piece of the market that other companies barely compete with. Instead of the US just banning the company outright, they decided that selling to an American company would ensure that it stays alive. Companies that might look to buy TikTok are the same companies that political officials are heavily invested in. Some political officials bought large amounts of stocks in these companies before the ban was introduced. The first drafts of the bill were for humanitarian aid. Humanitarian aid that includes weapons packages that are set up with U.S. contractors. Contractors that, guess what, U.S. politicians are heavily invested in. Then, TikTok being banned was added to the deal to persuade the other side of the political aisle to pass that bill. The parent company, ByteDance, which the government is saying is the root of the national security threat, is 60% owned by the global market. This includes your favorite conglomerates like BlackRock. 20% is owned by its employees, and an additional 20% is owned by the founders, none of which have a direct tie to China. And even if the 40% did, that is not a majority. TikTok is headquartered in LA, and its CEO is Singaporean. All of the threats that the government says China poses is all top secret and redacted, unavailable to the public. The government says that there is a threat, but won't even say what the threat is. User data amongst other US companies have been leaked and or sold to foreign adversaries on multiple occasions. No ban was put in place for those companies. Now, with these facts in mind, among many more that I have not stated, it is obvious that the ban over TikTok in the US is not due to national security risks. It is no secret that traditional forms of media, such as broadcast television, are being less and less consumed, especially among the youth. TikTok poses a risk because the same people pushing this ban are the same ones that are losing their grip on what people consume. I've learned so much from the amazing community on TikTok. Things like cooking, DIY projects, mathematics, financial education, the list goes on. But among all those things, I learned about the economic issues, equality issues, and power issues that lie within the United States. These issues that were created by, or supported by, the same people that want to uphold a ban of TikTok in the United States. The fact of the matter is that if the US government felt that the speech being consumed on this app is a threat, that is largely positive in most regards, they would counter that with more speech, and not by violating your First Amendment rights, or at the very least be transparent on what about TikTok is a threat. That is a fact. This ban is removing content like this account, an account that has created community, dialogue, love, and empathy for strangers, and most importantly, a place for people to feel appreciated and heard. This space was created by TikTok. The government and those who support the ban want to take that away from you and those around you. They want you dumb and alone. If a foreign nation can influence the American people in such a way that the US government claims, then I think that says more about how the general public feels about its own government than it says about the app that it's banning. The US government placed priority on restricting your rights, than it did priority over the many issues existing in America negatively affecting people every day. Again, this project will not die with TikTok. It still exists on multiple places such as Meta, YouTube, and Spotify, which, due to the facts stated, I will likely venture into other platforms as well. Please save this link tree and, more importantly, this number. Call as much as you'd like. There is no limit to the amount of calls that you can make. My website will be available sometime this year, removed from all traditional media. I just want to say thank you for calling and listening, and I love all of you.